Okay. We finally got a much needed haircut. Our homie Jose was able to get us in yesterday around 8 p.m. And so he lives pretty close by. He lives maybe like around a 15-minute drive on the freeway. So it's not too bad for me. So we went over there and then we needed a much needed cut. I usually try to get a haircut every at least twice a month. It's a little bit hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to kind of go out of your way and get a haircut sometimes because I feel like I get lazy. I get pretty lazy to get a haircut. So I would really like to get every 2 weeks so that way my hair doesn't look too crazy. But what we wish sometimes cannot come true, unfortunately. So because I am lazy, or until I fix that, we are going to be trying to get it every 2 weeks. I mean, at least every once a month, to be honest. Who am I kidding? I think I get a haircut at least once a month. I usually try to do it at least twice a month, but that's usually when I'm not that lazy. But sometimes I be lazy. It's easy to just kind of like let your hair do its own thing rather than to go and then kind of go through that process. So I don't blame some folks. I don't blame you if you haven't gotten a haircut. But if you do need a haircut, go get a haircut. I think you will feel so much better after you do, and that's typically the case. Honestly, I usually get super lazy, but right after I get the haircut, I just feel fresher. I feel brand new. It's awesome. It is awesome. Oh man, this damn mosquito is still stuck in there since yesterday. Oh, there's been this mosquito. So yesterday I was trying to show you guys the haircut last night. Oh god. There's like this big ass mosquito. Oh my god. What the this thing is gonna make me crash. Hopefully it what the hell? Okay. There was this mosquito last night that I was trying to show you guys the haircut, but because I have my lights on and then I opened the door, mosquito just kind of went inside my car, man. The luck that I have. And then this thing is still alive right now. It literally just showed up as I was forget about it. It almost made me crash into the car in front of me. It like freaked me out a little bit. That thing was so big. But we're maybe like around 12 minutes away from the gym. We're catching a little bit of traffic, but it's not too bad. I really hope that thing is gone. I swear if I see it again. Okay. But we're finding a little bit of traffic, which is not too bad. We're still letting the pre-workout kick in a little bit. We're rocking with man, it's got me all scared. We're rocking with the Mr. Hyde. We've been kind of rocking with that just because we get a pretty good deal from Costco. And then we usually use Himalayan salt for the hydration. And then we can't forget our creatine. Don't forget your creatine. If you haven't taken it, just take it right now. I'm telling you to just take it. Just take it. That way you don't forget. And you can kind of just keep on going. But today we are destroying back. Today we're also destroying shoulders. Hopefully it is not too busy at the gym. We are going around the same time that we went yesterday, which was maybe, I think it was 3, or we at the time that we went, if I remember correctly. So it was around 3, so I'm not expecting too many people, but like I mentioned before, I haven't been expecting too many people, and the next thing you know, it gets pretty packed. So I think a lot of folks are just kind of getting into the gym to kind of get their summer body ready. And so the gyms have been way more packed. Well, for sure ours has. Because sometimes I'll be having to wait for the machines. I used to not, and little by little as I got more deep into the gym, I started to wait longer and longer. But it's a good thing, you know. The more folks that are at our gym, the more money that also our gym is getting, you know. So they're also able to implement new machines. I think that's how they were also able to get us a bunch of new equipment, because they got us that belt squat. Man, that belt squat was much needed, and it is amazing. I cannot wait to use it. Maybe I might use it tomorrow. We'll see if we use the belt squat for the very first time. and then hopefully I don't pull a adductor or something. And then they also got a bunch of like leg machines, like leg extensions, and they also got a bunch of back machines. So that's pretty cool. And I think I've also noticed a few more attachments as well for the cable for the cable stack. So I think they're really upgrading things up. And I think I was just talking to the owner a few days ago, and she was telling me that they're also getting a new hack squat. So man, I am so excited. I really hope that they don't get rid of this old one that we have now, because sometimes, you know, I know looking at new machines, it can feel like some of them are really really good just because they're more upgraded. But man, some of these older machines feel really good, like the hack squat machine that we have right now. It's honestly the best hack squat machine that I've ever used, and I've been to a few gyms that's had maybe like, I've tried two other ones. I don't remember the specific brands, but the one that we currently have, man, I feel the craziest tension at the bottom, at the top. Everything feels really good. So hopefully they don't get rid of it and they just add that extra one. So that way we have two hack squat machines and we can kind of get a bit of a variety that way. And then, well, most likely, I'm thinking that today I kind of want to do some dumbbell work with the lateral raise. I kind of want to do just kind of single arm like we did last time. That one felt pretty good. I think we can go a little bit heavier. So I think we're going to go do some heavier lateral raises today. Try to keep them as controlled as possible. Obviously, we're not trying to ego lift like crazy. So we're going to try to gauge it. We're going to maybe warm up a little bit, get a few feeler like I want to say reps, just to kind of see how some of the weight's feeling. Because if, let's say I grab the 17.5 and I try to bring it up or whatever, and it feels hella heavy, then I'm going to know that if I try to do 25 for, let's say, at least a solid 12, that's not going to happen. I'm going to get maybe like 6, 7 or something. And that's just kind of how I play by ear. I kind of just try to gauge it a little bit, try to get a little bit of a few feeler reps to see how the weight's feeling that day. Because believe it or not, which is unfortunate sometimes when it comes to the gym, is that sometimes you can have really good days where the weight feels so good and you're like, damn, today's one of those really, like, it's maybe one of my best chest days. And then let's say you're hitting chest twice that week, that second chest day can sometimes suck. Or let's say that second chest day goes well, but then that upcoming chest day on the next week is kind of not that good. It doesn't feel as well. So it just, sometimes you're gonna have those days. And I think the thing that you can do in those situations is just try to make the best out of it and just still try to go as crazy as possible, even though you don't feel as strong or as confident maybe, because, you know, things are feeling a little bit heavier than usual. But I think still going hard, that's the key. That's the key. Still keeping that intensity is what you want, because believe it or not, your body doesn't really know what kind of weight it is. As long as you are pushing hard, it is going to know that it is going to as long as you're putting it through stress, it doesn't matter what the weight is on there. Sorry, I got caught off guard because someone the people really in the city do not know how to drive, man. It is insane. But while we try not to crash, let's try not to crash. Let's try to get to the gym. We're pretty close. We're taking that new route, so it shouldn't be too bad. We typically don't catch that much traffic, and because it's gloomy, I'm assuming that there's not gonna be that many people that they're gonna be going to the gym. Sometimes the weather can dictate a little bit of whether people show up at the gym. Believe it or not, if it's super, let's say, super cold, or it's raining like crazy or whatever, sometimes some people might not want to go to the gym, and you shouldn't be those people. You should be going to the gym, rain or shine, because consistency is the number one key. But, you know, for some people, it can stop them. It could stop them. There's a lot of factors, you know, that could stop you from going to the gym. It doesn't necessarily need to be the weather, but it can be a combination of things. Sometimes time in general. Sometimes some folks really can't find time if they have kids and things like that. So I completely understand when some folks say they don't have time. But I think it's good that if we kind of look back and try to evaluate the way we spend our time, and then we're like, you know what, I think I can fit this in if I'm not too crazy tired. Try to throw it in a little bit more. And I think the more you start to throw it in, by throwing it in, I mean the workouts, the more consistent you're going to be, and the more it's going to become a bit of a schedule, and the more it becomes embedded in your schedule, the easier it's going to become to go. Now working out is part of my schedule that I can kind of fit it in wherever and kind of play around with it a little bit. Obviously I'm a little bit lucky, or not a little bit lucky, a lot lucky, and really fortunate enough to be able to work from home, and so that gives me a lot more flexibility. But for some folks as well, maybe they're also working from home and it's a little bit harder to hit the gym. Try to hit it, try to find a little bit of time. We're finding a little bit of traffic, but it's nothing too crazy. It is nothing too crazy. We already feel the beta alanine kicking in a little bit. We are still on our streak of doing cardio. We are going to be doing cardio every day. I've just been a big fan of it. I've almost kind of been using it as a reward. It's been really nice to hit cardio after my gym sessions, and I don't go too crazy. I don't suggest hitting cardio for like start sprinting and stuff in your treadmill or whatever. That's not gonna be as beneficial. Although you are gonna be like burning hella calories and stuff like that. You can also like lose some gains if you do too much cardio. So you want to, I feel like steady paced cardio is the best type of cardio, to be honest. That's what's been working for me the most. And so instead of doing like a 30-minute every day where I'm like, damn, I'm 30 minutes, let's say on Monday, and then 30 minutes on Friday, why don't I just split those up into like smaller portions throughout the week? And that way it doesn't feel like too crazy, but I also enjoy it. And that's kind of what's helped me so far, like really stay on top of my cardio. Even after leg days, where leg days are super brutal, I still get it in for at least 10 minutes. And on average, we get 10 minutes to 15 minutes. It just really depends on how tired we are. And cardio, some people might ask me, why do you do cardio while you're bulking? And so if you're doing more cardio, so you're burning more calories, and so that means you can eat a little bit more. And so you can also intake a little bit more. You can also stay leaner during your bulks. And cardio can also help a lot during your cuts as well. So don't sleep on your cardio. Make sure you're doing some at least 30 minutes a week, I would say. You can just kind of split into 10 minutes. I think that's a pretty good start. And then once you feel comfortable enough, you can kind of slowly increase it to maybe an hour a week, something like that. You don't have to go too crazy right away. I think that's where people can sometimes derail a little bit, when they kind of start to kind of go at it super crazy, and then they kind of get a little bit overwhelmed, and then they're like, damn, now they're kind of thinking about it, and they're like, I don't know if I can even do this, and then they don't end up doing it because it kind of becomes really overwhelming and scary. So just try to take it little by little, take it day by day, take it one step at a time. I think that's the best model that I've been living by. That's been really, really helping me, is just kind of taking it day by day. And that's really helped my patience overall with everything, with like bodybuilding, with creating videos, with editing, with learning stuff, is just having that patience. And so I think that's one trait that's really important when it comes to what I'm doing. It's patience. You have to, you kind of already know that it takes time. It takes time to do things. And I have that time, and I enjoy the process, so we're gonna keep doing it. I really hope it's not too busy at the gym, and I hope we find parking pretty close by, because we are gonna be walking in the cold, in the wind, and I am not looking forward to it. And I just saw someone putting on their hoodie, their jacket. It's cold when someone zips up their little well, I'm gonna call it a windbreaker, right? Their little windbreaker all the way to the top. That's how you know it's cold. And it looks like they're from the Bay too, so it is pretty cold out here, guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch over now to our first set. Let's see what we end up getting. Let's go ahead and let's do our first set. I don't think I'm gonna warm up. I usually do a warm up, but I think we should be good. We're gonna try to do this one without assistance, and I think on the second or third one, we're gonna do it with assistance. But this should be pretty good. I think we can get at least a solid 7, maybe 8. We'll see. We shall see. Instead of using the versa groups, because what happens with the versa groups, because the little strap is too small, it doesn't wrap around the whole bar. It gets a little bit on the thicker side, and so it's better to use these. It doesn't slip as much. Okay, that was pretty good. We're gonna take maybe like a, I'm thinking maybe like a 2 3 minute break. Jasmine's gonna come over and she's gonna end up doing it. So it's her turn and then I'll do it after. Okay. Dude, I don't know how the hell people be doing these. Hey, brother. Let's go ahead and do our second exercise. I think we're gonna end up doing it without assistance on this one. We're talking to a friend, so we got caught up a little bit, but let's finish it up this one real quick so that we can move over to the cross bodies before it gets packed in here. It's already getting pretty packed. We won't use the rats this time. Okay, that was pretty good. One more. I think this next one's gonna be with assistance for sure. Let's go ahead and let's do our third one. You know, I didn't notice that Jasmine. I didn't hear her earlier. She mentioned that she already did her set, so she's a little bit ahead of us. Actually, we're waiting earlier, but she already has to do her next exercise. So let's catch up to her. We're gonna do this one assisted. Honestly, we're gonna just take it a failure. Hopefully, we can get a solid 10. We're gonna get the very minimal assistance. So the least amount of assistance we can get is 5 pounds. So that's me taking away the whole pin. So what I'm gonna do is do 35. So it's very small, but just enough to give me a little push for a few more reps. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna pause at that. And if I can get a really big back without without doing pull-ups, I would take it. I would take it, but unfortunately we have to do them. But I'm gonna pause at this, and I'm thinking we're gonna hit it for maybe 2 or 3 more. I think that should be good. Okay, that was good. Let's Joe Jasmine out for some cross body work. Because the handle on this bad boy is a lot thinner, we can actually use our trusty Versa grip. So we're gonna end up using these instead of the straps, just because I get a way better hold on these. And we're gonna go pretty heavy on this one. So let's see how it goes. We're gonna be starting off with our left hand for almost every single exercise, just to make sure that it's catching up. Just because that one is our, I feel like it's our lagging hand, and it's good to work on those areas where you feel like you're a little bit weaker. All right, let's see how that goes. Hopefully we don't pull a lat, but we are trying to do some major destruction. So let's see. I just need to record one set. Is it okay if I put it right here? Oh, okay, yeah, no worries. All right. That's okay. Everybody understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Just a whole different level. Yeah. Jasmine's a little ahead of us. So actually, She's she's gonna go grab the next machine in the meantime. Let's do our second set of these. We're gonna move over to some rows. We're gonna see what's open once we're done. We're getting pretty busy at the gym, which I feared a little bit, but it kind of it is what it is when it comes to coming to a public gym. So you kind of have to just get used to it. Luckily, we at least got access to one of these heavy cables, which is nice. So we're gonna end up hitting this for one more. Try to get anywhere from, I'm hoping at least a solid 7 to 10, but we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes I be overestimating my strength. But we are moving down for 5 pounds. So we started off in 70. We're gonna go down to 65 just to make sure I keep it as controlled as possible. Okay. I am going to it's not really a superset. I'm gonna call it a drop set. Because I'm gonna switch the bar real quick and hit it for maybe 3 or 4 more with both of my hands at the same time. So let's see how that goes. Okay, that's it. Let's move on. Move on to the next one. Luckily today is just a two body group type of day, so it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. You get to go home, hang out with the guests. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so we're gonna have to makeshift this a little bit, but that should be fun. We ended up putting this little stool right here, but it seems like a bunch of people decided to do back today, which it should be fine. I think we'll be fine. What we're gonna do, take a little bit slow, try to go to failure on this one, and then, actually, I'm gonna do just one set, and I'm gonna have Jasmine grab the other machine so we can do it, because that one's way better, way more stabilized. So she's gonna go grab that one. I'm gonna just do one set of this because I already set it up. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick pause and I'm ready for three more. The reason I don't like doing any non-back supported exercises for back in particular is because a lot of my lower back has to stabilize me, and so I sometimes get a little bit of lower back pain. And to avoid that, I do a lot of chest supported stuff, and honestly, that's what's been working. So if you have a bunch of lower back pain, do something that's a little bit chest supported, and your lower back's gonna thank you. Anyways, let's finish this up. Enjoy Jasmine on the isolation machine. Let's go to the rhythm. Okay, so luckily, by the time we were done with the other one, we got access to this isolation machine, which is our favorite because we get the craziest stretch and it's also chest supported. So that means our lower back is gonna be thanking us tomorrow and it's not gonna be hella sore. So I'm pretty happy about that. We're gonna go pretty heavy on this one. Try to go as hard as we can. Let's see how it goes. I think I'm gonna adjust the seat a little bit because Jasmine's a little bit on the shorter side. So, sometimes we gotta rearrange some things. Or actually, honestly, we're kind of around the same height, which don't tell anyone. She's she's 5'4", but with heels, she's at least almost 5'7". So I have something to worry about when she's in heels. Let's put some music and let's go hard. I think I forgot my phone over there. Or you got? I think I left it. Without it. Can you call it? Oh, it's right there, dude. I always forget to put music, so I have to put it. All right, let's make sure it's on me. Oh my God. We almost had an accident. For some reason, when you put it to the full thing, this thing just fucking comes off. This thing doesn't even go on there no more, so it can get a little bit dangerous, as you guys just saw. So make sure to check your equipment. But that'll be a fun little blooper to leave in here. I can't wait to check back on it when we look at the vlog. So it's Jasmine's turn. And then I think for our last two sets, what we're gonna end up doing is grabbing the bottom handle and working a little bit more on our lower back. But we at least got one more of our upper back to go. Okay, so let's give you guys a bit of a different POV than usual. What we're typically doing here is we usually give you guys a POV from the back, but there's some around. Let's see how it goes with this. Hopefully I don't knock the camera down with the little handle. So this is our first time trying this one out. Let's hope we don't regret it. But we have one more set of upper back. Let's try to go hard. Let's try to make it count as much as possible. Our back is feeling already pretty pumped. Can't wait to show you guys. And we have a bit of a makeshift pizza waiting for us at home. So, and a few of the true fruits. So I would say I'm pretty excited. I won't lie. I am pretty excited. Let's see how this goes. Put some music. We're listening to Kendrick for this one. See, I almost caused that accident again. I need to be more careful. Okay. Okay. That was good. That was good. Let's switch to the bottom handle and get that for maybe 2 cents. I think today we're gonna be doing some single arm lateral raises with the dumbbells. Just to switch it up for fun. Just for fun. Even if I told Jasmine, oh, let's do this for fun, she's gonna be like, you find that fun? So we're probably gonna do that after this. All right, it's Jasmine's turn. Let's do this next one. So we're gonna move to the bottom handle. Try to go hard for 2 sets. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully I can get a solid 6 to 10
reps per set, but we're gonna stay here for two. Try to go as hard as we can, and I think we're gonna end up moving to the mirror right in front of us to do some lateral raises. So let's see how that goes. I need to be more careful with this thing. Look, I wish it. I wish it went through this whole thing, but it doesn't work that way. All right, yeah, one more set. That was pretty good. Okay, let me give you guys a side view. We have one more of these. I think we're gonna end up doing 150 again. Try to go as hard as we can. And Jasmine went to go grab the bench. So we're gonna end up doing some lateral raises with the dumbbells over there. So I'm pretty excited. I think we're gonna end up doing those one hand at a time ones. Also pretty good last time. And we're able to stack it pretty good. I also think I had these on backwards the whole time. If I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Man, I think I might have, but whatever. They still did their job. Hush. We have to change the weight. Okay. Let's. I think that was good. I think we ended up hitting what, 7? I think that should be pretty good. Let's go join Jasmine. And I'm already pretty gassed. Let's go ahead and do our first set of these lateral races. We decided to kind of do these do it with the dumbbell this time just because it's a little bit busy at the gym and this kind of little space was open, so might as well take advantage of it instead of trying to maneuver around on the other side. But we're gonna hit this one for 25 on the first one. If it feels too light, maybe we'll do 27. Hey, maybe it feels hella light. If it feels hella heavy, we'll stick to maybe one more 25 and then we'll move down to 22.5 and then 20. I'm really hoping we can stay as close as possible to 25. That's always a good sign, but we shall see. We're gonna stay here for 4, and then we're gonna do 4 sets of rear delts. And kind of in between that, we're also gonna be doing some fun races just to work a little bit on our front delts. So we have a long way to go. So Jasmine better get comfortable. All right, let's do it. You guys too. Not just Jasmine. You guys are here with me. What I like to do though is I like to set up the Versa grips so that way I'm barely holding onto it, and that way there's least amount of forearm activation. I can just lift it up with my shoulders. I think we're gonna start off with our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm already feeling a crazy pump, but we got ways to go. I think we're gonna move down to 22.5 for this next one. All right, second set. We ended up moving down to 22.5. So we're gonna try to go crazy on this. Try to go at for as many as we can, and let's just see how it goes. I think we're gonna do our left hand first, and then try to match our right with our left hand. Let's see how that goes. So what I'll do this time is I'll just grab onto this. I think I'll be fine. Oh my god, why is it so hard? Okay, let me catch my breath, and we're gonna hit it for 12 on this end. Same setup. Maybe I can do this. Way better. Why is this so hard, man? I think on the next one we're gonna do is them both at the same time. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully I don't move the bench because I have the tendency of whenever I'm going hard, I'm like pushing the bench back or so. I don't know. Hopefully I don't move it. So we're gonna do 22.5 for this third one, and I think on the last one we'll do 20. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Let's see how this goes. Let's just go hard. Pause it. That's it. Let's move down. Let's do our last set. Jasmine went to go grab the cable machine. So we're gonna move over there. We're supposed to do the reverse pec deck, but because it's a little bit busy at the gym right now, we decided not to even bother. We're just gonna end up doing the cable machine. We should still be able to get a pretty good squeeze and a pretty good stretch. So that's what we're gonna do right after this one. We're gonna try to get as many as we can. Hopefully 10 to 15. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and take these 20s to failure. Okay. That was pretty hard, but that felt pretty good. Let's go join Jasmine and let's finish up these the shoulder and back day. Man, I just know we did some pretty good damage today. Okay, so we're catching up to Jasmine. We're gonna end up doing these. I guess you would kind of call it crossbodies. We kind of keep it this way, and we're gonna work a little bit on our rear delt. So we're gonna stay here for 4 sets. And I'm thinking in between that, what I'm gonna do is gonna do some front raises to work on my front delts, just because I didn't get to do it with the dumbbells over there, and because we have access to another stack over here, might as well take advantage in between the rest time while Jasmine does her. But let's do our first one. I think we're gonna go pretty low on this one. Want to make sure that we're using our rear delt as much as possible, just because I feel like with this specific movement, if you go too heavy, sometimes the traps can come in, and then it becomes a trap workout, and that's not what we're trying to do here. So let's do let's do 70. I think that should be pretty good. Okay, 3 more, just like that. Let's get a puncture real quick. Okay, that was good. Let's finish off our shoulders for today. Let's get that on our right hand now. How the fuck was that so hard? But let's I think on the last one what I'm gonna do is do just some crossbody work and that should be good. Feels like I'm doing both of these things. Two more. I decided to end it off with with both of my hands. So the hand just kind of do it this way, just to kind of get it done a little bit faster because we got a ways to go still, and it's gonna do a little bit of cardio. Let's see how this goes. Hold on. Move it a little bit more back. Right there. Man, this thing is heavy as hell when you do it dual hand. Just move it down a little bit. Okay, man. Today it's a bit of a weird one for rear delts, to be honest. It does not feel as good as I would wish it would. But like I mentioned, you sometimes have those days. I think what I'm gonna do real quick is just do a little bit of cross body, but just kind of like over here, and just try to use our rear delt as much as possible. Let's start with our left. Let's go ahead and find a quick spot to post down. You got pretty busy at the gym right now. Let me actually fix a little bit of this ISO. But luckily, we're already pretty done, so we don't have to really worry about getting a machine or anything. So we're pretty good to go. And luckily, we found our favorite spot that we like to pose down in. So let's pose down with the backpack on. And I think we should be good. I'm gonna do a quick pose down today. We already did one upstairs, so I think we're good to go. And we still gotta do a little bit of cardio, so we got a ways to go, man. That's perfect. All right, I'm gonna pose down with the backpack just because I don't want to take it off. Or I'm gonna take off the backpack actually. What am I doing? Let's do it this way. All right. It is a lot easier for me to do it this way, or else I can't really see the way I'm doing my back. Let's do it. That's not bad. Perfect. Okay, that's enough for today. Let's go do some cardio. We are pretty beat. We did some really, really good damage today. Man, I cannot wait to get home and enjoy some good food. I'm gonna make this little makeshift pizza that I make with this non bread from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna add to that lime mozzarella. I'm gonna add some of that. I had some leftover chicken from earlier lunch, so we're gonna end up doing that. Throwing some chicken, a little bit of a chicken pizza, something pretty macro friendly. But we also get to enjoy some true fruits once we get home. So I think that's probably the thing that I'm most excited about because man, ever since I read about those true fruits or I saw that video on Instagram and we picked them up. When did we go to Costco? I think 2 days ago. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys should try them out. They're super good. They're dark chocolate, and then there's white chocolate inside, and then they're frozen strawberry. So it's a really good post and pre workout. So we've been kind of on that grind. I think next time we're gonna be end up picking up two bags, 2 bags of those. But end up posing. I think we have got some pretty good footage today. Let's go do 10, 15 minutes of cardio. I will see you guys tomorrow for some leg day. Remember, we didn't get to do the first leg day because we had our tattoo session on Saturday. We want to let our knee area heal in our leg. So we're back to our regular scheduled programming this week after that Monday. So let's go crazy tomorrow. I'm hoping that we get to do some hack squats when we come in and it's not super busy. Usually throughout the week it gets less busy, but you never know anymore, man. During the summer, people go bug wild. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.